Hello and welcome back to the show. Today's gonna be a very fun video because we have a lot planned for today. Now, number one, if you guys saw my video I posted yesterday, we did a lot of work on zone 3. So right now it is currently out of the room. We only have zone 1, 2, and 4 right here. So one of the zone 3 shelves are sitting in here right now. That's done, but we have a little bit more to do with this. We just have one more shelf to kind of remodel, but just kind of an idea of what I talked about in yesterday's video. I also want to do it to this side. So this is 2 shelves put together. I just want to do that line of shelves, 3 shelves right there too. So I'm hoping to have everything done today, because the faster the better. So before we do go to start today's video, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you not miss a video, and please like this video. Let's go start today's video. So again, walking in this room and just giving a really quick update on what we're doing. So we have 2 shelves on zone 2. So I really want to do this row right here. This row will stay the same. There's also a lot of stuff that I've been noticing with how close the grow lights are. Now the problem is the grow lights that we're using now are extremely intense. So the problem and the thing we've been getting with that is some of the leaves on top are kind of burning up. Now it could be a lot worse. There could be a lot more damage on the plants itself. So I'm thinking when I do harvest this, I'm just gonna have to cut the top leaves off and harvest the rest. We're gonna be doing a lot more testing to see which one's the best growing method though. So I guess I will go ahead and start talking about the testing setup too. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be building 2 more of these shelves identical. We're gonna be putting both of them 1, 2 right here, and each shelf, instead of having the same grow lights on every single one, each one is gonna be a different combination. So we have 4 different types of grow lights. We're gonna be matching stuff together, mixing stuff. We're gonna be having one separate, just some of everything, to be able to figure out what grows the most efficiently. We're gonna be growing 5 different plants on each one. A pot of basil, oregano, parsley, cilantro, and strawberries on each one, to be able to just figure out what the most efficient way of growing it is there, I guess. So we'll just have to do a lot of testing for a few months there, but I'm hoping what I already have is the best option because I worked with it the most. It's also a little bit of a combination piece. If something turns out to be better, like just the straight up white lights, then I'm gonna be wanting to change some of the LED lights in here, and that is not gonna be cheap. So I really kind of hope the lighting I have right now kind of takes it out for a win in the very end, but the plan for today's video is to be able to get the shelves done, get as much done as possible. There's still a lot of stuff I have to do with this shelf, and then we can basically take everything back in the room and really go on from there, start getting a lot done. And so again, giving an update on everything we did yesterday. Honestly, I didn't get a lot done yesterday. I took everything out of the room, took the plants off. They're all over the floor now. So that's all we did yesterday. The goal for today is to be able to wire everything. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing the first completely redoing and rebuilding zone 3, and then I'm going to start taking out zone 2, taking that out, rebuilding it, and just fixing it up. Now that's going to be very exciting because what I've been doing right now is I had 3 shelves right here marked as strawberry production, and I had 2 shelves. That shelf right there and this shelf right here were deemed as strawberry production. But the thing that's going to change it all is instead of doing 2 right there, I guess that's also something I'm going to have to redo these shelves and take those grow lights off. Now I'm not going to be doing it on that side, but I'm hoping to have it go all the way down the shelf. I'm going to have to do some ideas on how it's going to look too, because it isn't going to fully match up with the other shelf, but we'll just have to really see how it does. And again, if this upgrade ends out to be just working really well, I might consider to raising these higher up and trying to get the grow light slightly farther away from where it is, because some of the plants kind of are showing signs of burning up a little bit. So let's go ahead and head over into this room, start the time lapse, and try and get as much done as possible today. So I got all of that done. It's looking absolutely incredible. This is looking a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Now the only problem is now when I work on this, I'm gonna be able to look straight into the grow lights, which isn't horrible because we do have really custom glasses to be wearing in this room when the entire system is on, because it is insanely bright when everything is on. Going throughout the system, there's a lot of things to be able to be very, very excited about. But something I realized while I was working with these shelves is there are 3 parts of the poles to be able to come together. So you can kind of see where they hook up right here, that middle piece where you screw it in, but there's also this middle piece right here in the top piece. So I think something that might be really, really cool is to buy like 2 more of these shelves, but instead of buying it for the shelf, just buying it for the poles. So what I would do is I would take this top shelf off, kind of unscrew these poles, replace it with the middle pole, and then I would re-add these on top. So yes, it would be very, very tall, and I would have to start bringing ladders in the room, which probably isn't the best idea, but at the end of the day, the higher we can go, the more we can grow. So I kind of rhymed there, but I think it might be something I might consider. I mean, really, if I was able to go super high up in the room, I would order a ton of the shelves and really go on from there. But we'll just have to really, really see how stuff is. I mean, looking at this shelf so far, it gets me really, really nervous. I mean, if I can be able to add maybe 10 more inches on top, I could be able to give like 3 inches on each to be like 3 inches farther away where the plants don't burn up as much. So I might consider doing that, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to do it to all of them. I really need to do a crazy amount of research because, I mean, basil probably. I just need to do some research, figure out the exact distance, because like with strawberries, technically you should have about 12 inches from the grow light to the actual top of the leaves. So there's that. Now, for right now, I'm going to take like an hour or 2 break because I've been in here for like 3 or 4 hours and I'm very sick of working with shelves and very sick of standing. So everything is done. Everything is ready for zip ties, wiring everything up. But the problem is I'm almost out of zip ties. Well, let me rephrase that. I have a ton of zip ties left. Check that out. But they are all white. The problem with that is I would rather use black zip ties because they blend in. Because I feel like in some ways zip ties are almost ugly. So I don't really want to walk in here. And I mean, to be honest, I would probably be the only one that would notice. I would have to just point it out where you guys just see it every single time now. But the problem is when we have white zip ties, they're extremely noticeable when you know what you're looking at. So I would much rather use black zip ties so they blend in and all the shelves look just that much cooler. So again, I might actually look into that. I might bring the measuring tape in here. I just think going up would be so many pros. The only con is I don't think the water pressure from the pump and watering system could get that high up, so I would have to upgrade the pump too, which isn't the best, but at the end of the day, I think that could work over time. But I mean, I might actually look into it. Will I do it to all the shelves in here? Probably not, because that would probably be about $1,000 to upgrade the entire system and go 1 shelf up, which just seems absolutely ridiculous for really how much the room has already costed me. So I'm thinking what might just be good is I can order 1 or 2, even maybe 3 shelves, add them over there and work with that. Now, I might figure out what I can do with the extra shelves if I do end up ordering a ton. I obviously don't want to just have a ton of extra shelving scraps all over that I should have been using. So I might use it for like storage, or just I'll figure out some sort of way to use them and make the most out of it. But I think it could be really good. For now, again, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, bringing the ladder in here to be able to work on the top of the shelves. I'm going to have to work on the fans, because the problem is with how the fans are right now on these shelves, they're close enough to where they still get the soil and dry out the soil a little bit, which is what we want because we water every 3 days. So the problem is, well, the main reason of the fans is it's pushing the air out, removing all that oxygen the plants are putting off, and just replacing it with carbon dioxide. And it's also pushing the heat the grow lights are producing out, replacing it with new clean air. So the problem is yes, if I install those fans, it will be still getting all that done, but the problem is it's not going to be touching the plants at all. So what I might do is I might look at like computer fans where there's like 2 fans right next to each other, putting it up here, turning them on, and maybe getting 6 of them. Now the problem is those fans are not cheap. So I'd probably be looking at maybe $200 to even just buy those types of fans. So I might have to run up numbers, see if I can find them cheaper, but yeah, we'll just have to really see. Again, I also want to do the gutter system on this. I need to do a lot more research on that, but there's gonna be a lot of stuff we're gonna be doing in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, hit the bell notification so you do not miss those videos, because there's about to be a lot of progress in the room very, very quickly. So I guess for now, I'm gonna go ahead and take a small break, and then we'll start the time lapse once again, wiring everything up. All right, going through the room, there's a lot of stuff that has happened. I ended up just putting a lot more time towards aquaponics, thinking of what to do. And I'm going to try to design, I'm going to go up to Lowe's probably most likely tomorrow, get some measurements, and then come back here, make sure everything would fit, and make sure, just try and get the exact measurements of what I will need. So I can over predict a little bit on supplies. The shelves look awesome. The shelves, I feel like just having them so much higher, they just look so much bigger. So it is going to be really, really cool to see all these shelves slowly coming together and just like literally absolutely thriving. I'm going to be doing a lot of work with stuff, and I'm thinking something that could be really, really, really cool to be able to do really in the future is going to be just making all the shelves much higher. Now, it is going to be actually quite difficult to do that and to pull that off. But I'm thinking over time, I can do the upgrade. I might contact a company that makes these shelves and just go up super high on all of them. Now, on Zone 1, I am going to be doing that upgrade. I have bought the supplies, and hopefully by maybe middle next week, and about a week and a half from now, we'll be able to have all the shelves extremely tall. It is going to be really, really cool. Now, I was doing the numbers and all of that fun stuff, and I think if I do this upgrade, the shelves are going to look like this. They're going to be that much spaced. And for these certain plants, that is not exactly what I want. So my plan is I'm going to still do the upgrade, but I'm going to do the same thing like this at the very top, where there's still quite a lot of room for like electrical stuff and always, but it should get the grow lights to be a little bit closer. Now, as long as like we can give like each shelf maybe another 3, even 4 inches, that would be awesome. And I think we should easily be able to do that. So even with room at the top. So we'll just have to really cross our fingers, hoping everything goes well. Now, cilantro, I'm just gonna have to do the other shelves down there to see how it really looks, because the cilantro does really, really well where it's already at. I'll probably just do the upgrade, to be honest, but it's gonna look really, really cool to do the upgrade. So each zone kind of has its own thing now. So right here is basically the herb area. So then I guess Zone 2, first row, is going to be microgreens. The other half, the second row of Zone 2, it's kind of a mouthful there, but that is going to be strawberry production. Zone 3 is going to be production, or it's going to be strawberry production also. I don't know why I completely forgot what I was saying there, but there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in here. I think something that could be really, really cool is once we do the upgrade and change stuff, it might just be cool to just bring back lettuce, do a lot more testing with that, and start selling lettuce. Now, what's hard is the lettuce shelf life is so low, I would have to harvest it and probably try and get it to the customer that same day, which is just going to be really difficult to do. So I'm going to stall for a long time. Now, the thing with Go For It produce is in the beginning, especially the first 6 months, it's just going to be really difficult to sell out. We're only going to be able to have a few things that are going out every single day. It's going to be a very, very slow first really year, but I'm hoping as time goes by we can get a lot more of a fan base, a lot more customers. Once we go live with our seasoning brand, I'm really hoping we have constant customers that are constantly ordering all around the US, and I mean that'll truly be really cool to be able to work with. For the most part, everything in here is doing really, really well. Hopefully by tomorrow. Now, I will say the reason why nothing's fully hooked up yet is, number one, I'm going to stall till tomorrow because I don't have any of the zip ties except maybe 10 of the black zip ties. And I mean, I guess I could probably do some work, but honestly, I'd just rather do it all in one day and get it all done with. So I'm gonna stall for tomorrow, do a little bit of some work on the computer and try and get some numbers ready. But the system's gonna do really, really well, hopefully, with this upgrade. A lot of the strivers have been moved to the room. We're going to get the ceiling fixed up hopefully tomorrow. If you guys saw that video, fortunately, we have basically the same exact restroom above this, and luckily the toilet is exactly right here on the other side of the wall or a ceiling. So it ended up leaking, and now there's a little bit of a line and just watermark on the ceiling. We're going to be getting it fixed and kind of touched up tomorrow. So we had to clean this all up, but I mean, that'll be really, really cool to be able to work with. So I don't know how much we're actually going to be able to get done tomorrow while we're getting that fixed. So other than that, I mean, if the bathroom was somewhere else, it would have been a lot worse. But I will say the reason why I chose those words saying actually luckily it was right there is because it's a lot easier to touch up if it was like maybe in a different spot, or like let's say in the very middle of this ceiling. I would have to pull the entire system out for that certain spot to be fixed. So I'm really, really I wouldn't say happy. I'm grateful it happened in that spot, because since it did happen, it's just, yeah, it's lots of stuff there. But you know what I'm talking about there. So in this room, I ended up doing quite a lot off camera. Number one, we have this fan. This fan is really, really powerful. But I will say the little cheaper fan slightly is more powerful. Well, I'll say this fan pushes the air. With the other one, it's kind of just like boom, and just some of everything that way. So I wouldn't say, like, when I'm sitting in the seat, I can't fully feel the extreme amount of wind. But when I'm right here, I'm like, man, that is strong. It's like a hurricane. But I will say, yeah, there's that. So I know I'm kind of walking in circles right now, but definitely a lot of really exciting stuff going on throughout the room. I don't really know exactly what's going to happen with the aquaponics for now. Again, like what I was saying there is, it'll take time for our customer base to build up, where every single time we go in stock, we come close to selling out and have many deliveries. So I'm really hoping to get the logo all over locally next year. Our budget for advertising next year is quite big, so I'm really, really excited to be able to work with that and just try a lot of cool ways to advertise. Luckily, with like artificial intelligence and just all of that fun stuff, it will be a little bit easier to create like montage videos and just all of that fun stuff for our products. And yeah, this system's gonna be really cool. Now, I wasn't expecting, I think it's kind of funny, because when I built the system, I wasn't expecting it to go this big, this fast. I was kind of hoping we would do this upgrade when we would like come close to selling out. But I mean, I'm really excited to be able to work with this new upgrade. We'll just have to see how everything does over time. And yeah, I'm kind of just walking in circles again, just figuring out what I haven't talked about. But I mean, I think for the most part, that is all. I did end up placing an order for those computer looking fans, so I'll be able to work with those a lot and really see how powerful they truly are. So I guess the fans won't be installed for maybe another 2 or 3 days. So yeah, that'll be really cool. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. That's why I'm still keeping the video on. Again, all the herbs are doing really, really good. It's going to be really, really cool to be able to work with all these cool products. This wall is going to be really, really cool to do. So this wall is going to be what I'm calling the product wall. So like almost posters, exactly like this size actually. So this is really cool. It's basically, it's the thumbnail of that fish tank build. Actually, one of my favorites and most intensive builds I've ever done. I would say maybe one of the best videos on the channel too. It took months. I think it took about 3 months of planning to get that video out, and it turned out really, really good, and I'm really, really grateful for that. But imagine we turned this 90 degrees and slapped it on that wall. That's exactly how it's going to be. And when you go on their website, goforproduce.com, the picture that shows the product, that's what's going to be on this. But we're also going to have the words like this on this part of it, saying like microgreens, seasoning, herbs, I feel like strawberries. So that's going to be really, really cool to be able to work with that. I'm trying to stall a little bit longer to be able to make sure we have almost all the products out there. So probably in maybe 6 months, we'll be able to do that. The strawberries should take about 3 months for the least amount of time to be able to fully produce strawberries. So it's going to be a really long waiting game, but once that's done, it's going to be really, really exciting. Again, oh, I know what I'm forgetting. So we made more soil. That's very exciting. Lots. I'm just so mind blown with how many strawberries we actually have. I've never fully laid it down. We even have some. We have a ton at the end of this over there too. So I mean, it's crazy. I ended up ordering about 75 more strawberry plants too to go on the testing shelves. So that'll be really, really cool to be able to work with. I'm thinking something that could be really cool. I know I said this earlier in today's video, but if you guys happen to miss it, I'm thinking once we do about the 3 months of testing, I'm really hoping to change the LED lights to what we have on the full production and have these 2 shelves under strawberry production too. And instead of having 6 shelves growing strawberries, we have 8 shelves growing hundreds of strawberries every single week. So I think that'll be really, really, really cool. But for the most part, sadly, this is going to be the end of the video. So if you guys like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you not miss our video, and please like this video. Thank you all so incredibly much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys when we post next. Peace.